All about it tonight on The Nine. Dr. Catrin Ockholm-Krieger, thank you.
Now, some shops are rationing eggs because of supply chain problems. As does among them, they are limiting customers to 2 boxes each. Well, our reporter Isla Todd is here to tell us why this is happening. So fill us in then, Isla. What's happening?
Exactly. So if you're nipping down to the shops for some eggs, you should be aware that Asda is limiting to just 2 boxes per customer. They say that's because of supply issues related to bird flu. And they're certainly not alone. Lidl are also limiting boxes. That's to 3 boxes per customer. And Sainsbury's have made the decision to source some eggs from Italy, even though they say that is temporary and they will be packaged, obviously. Egg farmers, though, have been warning us that there will be supply issues over since the beginning of the year. They say that's because of production costs, though. They say that the price of electricity, price of chicken feed and packaging as well, that's all adding up. So some are choosing to scale back their production, and that means there's less eggs making their way to our supermarket shelves, and the cost of eggs is going up as well. So we might have to rethink that phrase, cheaper by the dozen.
Yeah, indeed. But the supermarkets say that this is actually down to avian flu rather than some of the reasons that you've just given.
So new figures today show that in Scotland, just over 100,000 laying hens have been killed as a result of bird flu. However, the National Farmers Union for Scotland says that the supply is not being affected by bird flu for these supermarkets. They say that it's because the cost of the rising cost of eggs, as we've seen as consumers over the last few months, is not being passed on to farmers. And they say that the supply will return if a fair price is delivered. This is backed up as well. The British Free Range Egg Producers Association says that since March, the cost of eggs has gone up by around 45 pence, but only 5 pence of that has been passed on to those farmers. So yeah, a little bit of context, just sort of stepping back from the price of eggs and looking at that. The Office for National Statistics shows that inflation has seen eggs rise by price of eggs rise by 22% over the last year, but it's certainly not at the most expensive scale. For that, it's milk. Milk has risen by 47%, so it just goes to show what effect inflation is having overall on our shopping baskets.
Yeah, some huge hikes. Isla, thank you very much. Laura.
Well, those spiralling costs, Gary, that Isla was talking about there are worrying retail.